Tomorrow is the anniversary of my child's death. 13 years. And a few years ago, I actually decided to do something I've been avoiding for so long. My daughter's funeral was filmed at our church, and I finally took it out a few years ago. I was like, for years, I really want to watch it. Why do I want to watch it? Why do I want to watch my daughter's funeral again? And so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go there. And a few years ago, I actually pressed play on that DVD and I watched it and I cried so hard. But I feel like some of these things that we avoid, the anniversary of our child's death, like I wish we could just skip over that day. But can I tell you that when you do these big, brave things like pressing play on your child's funeral, it does something and it like breaks you open. There's this like gaping wound inside. And when you let some of those memories, some of those things that you avoid in, it has like this healing power over it. And after I finished my daughter's funeral and I was like drenched in my tears, I cried so hard. And I still can't believe that I had to live that reality of going to my child's funeral, watching it back, and remembering how I felt. Like even going through some of the things that she touched and wore in the hospital while she was alive, like looking back at some of that stuff, like it's just, it breaks you open and that reveals this like gaping wound that hasn't been healed. As you watch these things and touch these things again and think back, the things that we avoid at all costs, the more exposure we have to those things, the more healing we're gonna do. And it might seem like a crazy thing to hear, but I've done my most amount of healing when I've written my book that's coming out this winter, and when I've watched my child's funeral back, when I've touched the things that she touched. That's where healing starts. And it's not easy, but it's not pretty at all. But the more exposure we have to these things, like, the more healing we're gonna do. So I encourage you, friend, if you are feeling big and brave and bold to do something like that, do it.